Sound of crashing waves, a distant guttural roar. Imagine a sea the color of bruised twilight, churned into a frenzy not by a storm, but by a battle of titans. This wasn't just any sea. It was the sunken grave, a place where ships went to die and legends were born. And tonight, a new legend was being forged in salt and fire. They called him Dekon, not your typical mountain-dwelling, gold-hoarding dragon. No, Dekon was a sea drake, his scales the color of oxidized copper and deep ocean blue. His wings adapted as much for slicing through water as for soaring through clouds. His fire didn't just burn. It sizzled, it steamed, it could boil the very ocean around him. And his opponent? Oh, his opponent was the stuff of nightmares. The Kraken, an ancient being from the blackest abyss, a living island of muscle and malice. Each of its 8 tentacles was as thick as an ancient oak, lined with suckers like razor-edged dinner plates. Its beak, hidden beneath a swirling mass of flesh, could snap a galleon in two like a twig. The battle began without a sound, a silent, deadly ballet beneath the waves. Dekon, sleek and powerful, dove deep, a shimmering arrow of vengeance. He was hunting the beast that had dragged one of his own kin, a young wormling, into the depths. The Kraken, sensing the intrusion, rose from its lair on the seafloor, its colossal shadow eclipsing the faint light filtering from above. Sound of muffled underwater explosion rushing water. The first clash was cataclysmic. A tentacle fast as a thunderclap lashed out. Dekon twisted, his armored hide deflecting the blow, but the force of it sent him spiraling. He retaliated with a blast of superheated fire from his jaws. The water around the Kraken's face instantly flash-boiled, a massive cloud of steam erupting towards the surface. The monster shrieked, a sound that was felt more than heard, a vibration that shook the very seabed. It was a claustrophobic, brutal fight. Not in the open sky where a dragon held all the advantages, but here, in the Kraken's domain. The pressure was immense. The cold was a constant enemy. Every movement was a struggle against the crushing weight of the ocean. The Kraken was relentless. 2 tentacles shot out, wrapping around Dekon's powerful hind legs, trying to drag him down, to crush him, to pull him towards that waiting, gaping beak. Another 2 snaked around his wings, pinning them to his sides, neutralizing his primary means of propulsion. Dekon was trapped, a dragon being drowned. You could see the desperation, but also the fury in his glowing reptilian eyes. The pressure was building, his lungs screaming for air. Was this it? Was the mighty sea drake to become just another meal for the abyssal horror? Sound of straining, groaning muscle, then a sharp tearing sound. No, Dekon was a creature of fire and will. He focused all his remaining energy not into a blast but into his core. His entire body began to glow, an internal furnace reaching critical temperature. The water touching his scales instantly turned to steam, creating a scalding high-pressure barrier. The Kraken's tentacles, seared and burned, recoiled in agony. In that split second of freedom, Dekon acted. He didn't try to escape to the surface. He didn't try to flee. He did the last thing the Kraken would ever expect. He dove deeper, straight towards the creature's colossal head. The Kraken, confused and enraged, saw the glowing form of the dragon coming at it. It opened its beak to snap him out of the water, a fatal mistake. Sound of a massive fiery ignition followed by a deep guttural roar of pain that fades into a gurgle. With a final, defiant roar, Dekon unleashed everything he had. Not a stream of fire, but a concentrated explosive burst. A draconic supernova aimed directly down the Kraken's throat. The effect was instantaneous and horrific. The ancient monster was cooked from the inside out. Its massive body convulsed, its tentacles flailing wildly, striking undersea mountains in their death throes. Slowly, agonizingly, the great beast went limp. The light in its city-sized eyes faded to black. The titan of the abyss, the terror of the sunken grave, sank back to the seafloor, never to rise again. Battered, burned, and near exhaustion, Dekon slowly ascended. He broke the surface with a great gasp, steam hissing from his scorched scales. He floated there for a long moment, the only movement in a now calm sea, his silhouette framed by the rising moon. He hadn't just won a battle, he had conquered the abyss itself. And the ocean would forever remember the name of the dragon who fought the Kraken in its own home, and won.